Well, let's try to get some answers now. We're talking to Executive Director, Social and Economic Rights Action Center, Felix Morka. He joins us live via Skype from Lagos. So it's been from one bad news to the other. You hardly can read the news or watch one without a top story talking about insecurity in Nigeria. Just today, we're looking at perhaps the highest number of single children, school children abduction in the past 5 years, 317. Why do you think this problem persists?
Thank you so much for having me. First of all, my heart really goes out to the young girls and their families who are affected by this crime in Zamfara State. Now, the problem persists because they can, commit these crimes and actually get away with it. The certainty with which the crimes are committed and the absolute freedom that these criminals now operate with, I think has created that environment for them to actually continue to perpetrate these crimes. There's no system evolved by the government to actually check this. This is happening far too frequently. Now, how do you abduct over 300 students? I mean, how do you take them without any intelligence, coming to the law enforcement system, whether it's of the police or the security forces? It's just, hard to imagine how this actually happens.
There's also the issue of exactly how to tackle this crime. On one hand, some are saying we hardly call them criminals, we call them bandits, armed headsmen, and the list of names, is just endless, except the fact that they are actually criminals. But let's talk about the approach of government. Some northern governors would say, let's talk to them. Let us grant them amnesty if we can. Let's negotiate with them. On the contrary, the federal government says that's not the way to go. But how do we address this challenge, given how helpless state governments seem to have been in the past months?
Now, first of all, I think we need to amass the political will to confront the problem. We haven't done that. We've been too permissive about that. Now, in terms of the strategy to deal with this, I don't think it's different from any other situation of crime that you have, whether it's just street crimes or something more invidious than we're dealing with. I think that the government has yet to seriously, put in place a program of action to confront this problem. Now, this is not just a security challenge we face. It's an economic, challenge. It's a social challenge. The system of just the lack of, controls for, weapons and weaponry are getting into the hands of these individuals. Talk about unemployment. The serious, unemployment that has, completely devastated the youth population of this country. I think all of these factors are paving the way for this, sort of activities to actually continue. But more importantly, I think that the federal government needs seriously to profile this problem and actually marshal, all sets of, approaches.
Indeed, Mr. Morka, there's also the issue of local intelligence that is being poorly managed. We've seen in Niger, for instance, how a cleric had to come all the way from Kaduna to speak with the bandits. But let's leave it here for now. We'll be back with you for more subsequently. Felix Morka is Executive Director, Social and Economic Rights Action Center. Thank you for talking to us tonight.